Girls with tattoos who like getting in trouble. Lashes and diamonds, ATM machines. Buy myself all of my favorite things. Been through some bad shit, I should be a savage.
Hi everyone, my name's Sarah. I'm co-owner of Sharpeshipments, which is an eBay store. Today I just wanted to talk to you about flipping designer items on eBay. So before I do that, I just want to ask you if you could please subscribe to my channel and like this video. It really helps me out and I appreciate it so much. So about 6 months ago, I started reselling on eBay. I did start with liquidation pallets from liquidation.com, and since then we have moved more into sourcing from local thrift stores, flea markets, yard sales, things like that. And the reason for that is the liquidation pallets are very overpriced right now due to the holiday season coming up. Also, we find it to be more intentional trying to find each item individually instead of buying a lot of a whole bunch of items that we don't know what condition they're in or how much they might actually go for. So since we've been sourcing from the thrift store, I found so many golden items and I just wanted to share those with you today. Hopefully this video will help you to find items as well. I'm in no way encouraging you to go spend money or especially put money up into a business that you might not have. I was going through the dresses there and there was a whole bunch of like Grammy looking ones, a whole bunch of lower brand ones like Forever 21 and H&M. But then I stumbled across this beauty. This is a Diane von Furstenberg dress. I hope I'm saying that right. And the reason why I was so excited was because this is a very, very high-end dress. These dresses retail for $500. I found this for $14.99, and unfortunately it did have a small lipstick stain right here at the collar. So I did list this as is. If it doesn't sell, I will try to dry clean it or take it to a professional cleaner to see what they can do about it. But I wanted to give people the opportunity while it still had the price tag to get this dress at, you know, a fraction of the cost. But finding a dress that retails originally for $400 for $15, it's a huge win. Next item that I stumbled upon was this Tadashi dress. It's actually a vintage dress. It has shoulder pads and it's in the color chocolate. It's in really good condition. It's a nice velvet feel. And Tadashi dresses also retail for $300, $400, $500. I listed this one for around $100. I believe I'm running a discount right now, so it's probably lower than that. But it's in great condition. It's obviously used, and there's no tags or anything on it besides the name on it. But it should go for a pretty good amount of money, especially people who are into collecting these vintage clothing. So J. Crew is a very popular brand. All of their clothes go for a pretty good amount of money. I think it retails in the $100 to $300 if you buy it retail brand new from their site. On eBay, they usually flip between $20 to $40. I did find this J. Crew dress that still had its price tag on. The price tag, I'm not sure if you can see that. It says $89.50. And I bought this for $9.99 on half off day, so $5 for this beautiful red dress that ties. So this one doesn't have as high of a profit margin like the other ones, but I'm trying to sell it for probably around $40. I'll have to check to see what it's up there for right now. But buyers might be interested in this because it still has a price tag on and because it's J. Crew. The item I found was this uniform John Paul Richard. It is a leather lightweight knit sweater. And it's in the color camel, which is really popular right now. It's a really, really nice chic color that just goes with just about anything. I think it's a very elegant color that a lot of more high-end brands tend to use because it's just lovely. This I got for $8 at Goodwill, and I'm hopefully trying to sell this for $50 to $100, just depending. It is in great condition. I don't see any tears, rips, stains, anything like that. It does not have its price tag, but I think it should still resell for a high amount of money. I keep stumbling upon Fry boots. If you're unfamiliar with the brand, Fry is a very high-end leather company. They do these leather boots for women. I believe it's like for horseback riding. And these retail for about $300. I did find two pairs. The first one I found it at the Salvation Army for $10 on half off day, so I only paid $5 for those shoes, and they did resell for, I believe, in the 80s. I'll put the picture here. And then these I found at a used clothing store. I did pay up for these. I paid $35, but it was 75% off what they wanted. They wanted like 130 something. So I took the opportunity. There's still room for me to make money on them, and somebody did technically purchase them this morning, but they haven't paid yet, so I'm just waiting to see how that goes. I should make a good $20-25 off of that. So since it's almost tax season, Zara and a lot of these other high-end brands are donating a ton of clothing to the Salvation Army. They get those tax write-offs, and I guess they technically make profit off of it. So Zara dumped a huge truckload at my local Salvation Army, and they had tons and tons of these Zara pieces with the brand new price tags still on them. And I did grab quite a lot. I think I got like $130 worth of these, just because I know that the market is really good for them. People love this brand. It's technically high end, but I'm going to say it's on the lower end of high end, if that makes sense. People don't see it as like compared to Chanel, but they see it as, you know, going for a lot more money than like H&M. I think I'd compare this to maybe a little bit higher than J. Crew. So I got a whole bunch of these, and this one goes for $119. I'm of course listing these for 50 to 70% off of this price tag, and then running additional sales off of that. So I picked up a bunch of these because they were only $3.99 each, and I am doing okay selling them so far. They've only been up for a few days, and I think I sold like 4 or 5 of them so far. The thing with that is that no matter what they sell for, even if I am discounting on discounts on discounts, I'm still going to make profit. I only paid $4 for these pieces, and this clothing is so light to ship, so it's going to, no matter what, give me at least, you know, $5 to $30 per item. That same clothing store I was talking about that has secondhand high-end clothing, I actually purchased a lot of items for myself there. I don't understand why people pay full price for items when there's a huge resale market for all these designer name brand clothing, shoes, accessories. But at this store, I did stumble upon these Tory Burch suede pumps. I'm very surprised these haven't sold yet, but I think it's just the season. Like I can see these going probably like spring, summertime. They are really nice, and I ended up paying only about $25 for them. They wanted $30, but then I had $5 off since I shopped there for myself. So I took advantage of that. There's still room for profit for me, especially since these are all authentic. I'll still make $25 to $30 for these shoes, even if I paid up for them. So I stumbled upon an interesting market. Louboutin, I'm sure you're all very familiar with. They are the high-end red sole bottom, platform heels, boots, flats, etc. These shoes obviously retail for in the thousands. I haven't really seen any brand new ones go for less than $300 to $500. So what I did was I really wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to try to use my artistic talent and see if I could flip something by putting more money up front and making a higher profit. So I did purchase a pair of Louboutins. I did an auction off of eBay. I ended up winning the auction. It cost me $103 plus shipping to get these Louboutins. And then I purchased the paint to fix them up. So I'm going to go through that with you guys because I think it's really important if you're interested in doing that, just so you don't make the same mistakes that I did. So my first mistake was I did overpay. I paid $100 for these shoes, which is not a lot for Louboutins. That's a deal. That's a steal. But the resale value, especially because they were so, you know, worn, I had to do a lot of repairs to them. So I knew I couldn't really sell them for $300 to $500. I'd have to do significantly lower than that. So I wish I didn't spend $100 to buy the shoe up front. But what I did was I went on YouTube and I did a ton of research on how you could fix these up, you know, if it's legal to do that, how you could go about doing that. So what I saw was everybody was recommending using walk-on red to repaint the bottom soles, and then using a gloss acrylic finish. Now, when I went to order this off of Amazon, I ordered it from a buyer, and I waited like 2 weeks, and I still didn't get it. So I canceled the order and then ordered from another buyer. I waited another week and a half, still nothing. I don't know if like they were out of it or what was going on with it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to eBay. So I went to eBay and I saw this advertised. It says chili red. And the reason I got it, I was skeptical. I wanted to get the walk-on red, but I was like, you know what? I'm kind of desperate. I really want this. I have these shoes. I need to sell them quick. That's one thing about reselling. You have to flip things quickly or else they depreciate, so to say. So I ordered this, and wrong color. It was way, 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 way too light, and I was frustrated because it was advertised, like it wasn't just like acrylic red paint. It was advertised as use this on Louboutins. It's the exact color match. So I contacted the seller who sold this to me. They did refund me, thank goodness. And then I found Walk on Red. I had to wait a couple additional days to get this, but I ended up finally, after my third attempt, getting this, and it did match really well. I still think it was maybe a little bit too light compared to the authentic Louboutins, but that could just be because the pair that I ordered and bought were pretty old. Maybe color just gets a little bit darker over time from exposure to oxygen. I don't know. So I ended up flipping them, and I put them as $220, giving me just enough room for 80 to 100% return on investment. And I didn't expect that. I really thought I'd have to send offers to people, which I did. Then I woke up one morning and I saw that somebody did purchase them for $220, which was the asking price, and fingers crossed they don't return them. And I just want to say, if you are looking to refurbish designer shoes like I do not lie to your buyers. Do not tell them that they're brand new. Do not say that they're never worn. Do not do that. I showed before pictures, after. I put a very detailed description explaining every single thing I did, from painting the bottoms. I also replaced a zipper. I explained that the zipper wasn't an exact color match compared to the other zipper, but it was close enough and made the shoe functional. I do not want you to refurbish a shoe and sell it as brand new or just gently worn. I want you to be 1000% transparent with your buyer, because if not, that can come back to haunt you. And the last thing I want to show you guys is how to tell if something's authentic or not. So when you're dealing with designer items, there's a huge black market for mock-offs, faux, fakes. You have to be very, very careful what you're purchasing. I have messed up so many times. I bought a fake Jimmy Choo purse. I bought fake shoes. Like, it happens to me all the time because it's very, very hard. I mean, people are very convincing, or people just straight up don't know, which is what happens to me in the cases of these Tory Burch wedges. They're beautiful, they're shiny, the logo is done very well. It even has this in here. The girl that was selling them, she was young. I felt really sorry for her because she had originally purchased these for, you know, over $200. She was convinced they were real. The thing that told me that these weren't real is Tory Burch doesn't use plastic. This is way, way, way too shiny to be leather. Authentic Tory Burch. It's very textured. You could just tell the difference. If you've ever felt a real designer shoe, you would just know right off the bat from feeling this that it's not. But the girl was young. She was convinced it was real. I didn't report her for selling me a fake shoe because I honestly don't think she knew. It was only $35 for me to get these, so I just took it as a loss on my end and a lesson learned. But if it ever looks too good to be true, you know, just even if the buyer is saying that they are authentic, because I did contact her. As soon as I won the auction, I was like, I don't know. I'm torn. I mean, this is done really well. It's slightly off center, which was one of the first indicators to me that they weren't legit. Also, the bottoms are done very well. The stitching is also a little bit too wide. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just a little bit too much stitching. The real Tory Burches are a little bit wider, longer stitching, if that makes sense. So I did contact her and I was just like, hey, like, are those authentic? And she's like, yeah, I bought them. I bought them for like $200. The buyer told me that they were authentic. So I felt sorry for her. You know, people make mistakes, especially if you don't do this a lot like I do. You're not going to know the difference. And looking at these, like, if someone were to wear these, no one would have any idea that they're fake unless you are someone like me who can tell the difference between like faux leather or real leather just by looking at it. All I wanted to share with you guys today, I hope you were able to learn something. Takeaways are just, you know, look up designer brands. I'm constantly searching for what's popular, you know, what's going. There's always classics like Louboutin and Fry and Tory Burch that are always going to probably be really good sellers. And another thing you can do, I will actually show you on eBay. You can see what's selling right now. It will show you the trends for different shoes, like what's in the top 10. I go to there all the time because sometimes, like, I'm not a brand person. I have no idea, like, before I started doing this, what sells. You know, I thought, like, Banana Republic was really high-end, which, you know, that's just me being uneducated about brands, and some of their items are high-end. I'm not trying to say anything bad about them, but in general, you know, those don't have a really high resale value. So just do as much research as you can. Watch videos like this just to help you out. Look out for the brands that I mentioned, and please don't spend money that you don't have. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great day.